Hey, welcome to One Last Hand. It's me, Scott. We're back. We're playing some more Comic Hunters again. We're going to dive into this fairly quickly. I'm not going to do too much explaining. If you haven't watched any other videos on Comic Hunters, I recommend going and watching those. They do explain how we play it. I will try and do my best to explain some things as we go. We have our convention deck here. That's made up of 6 cards of the level 1 cards, 10 cards of the level 2, and 10 cards of the level 3. These indicate a comic from sort of the year 2000 onwards. This is the year 1980 onwards. This is from about the 60s onwards. We're going to dive into this. I don't think there's a huge amount to explain. We will just do our setup steps. We've got our 6 hero tokens here. We have had to remove 2 from the game. So we have removed Black Widow and Iron Man. We now need to decide where these go on the hero track. We're going to do that randomly. So we're going to take the first one, and it's Hulk, and we're going to put that right at the top here. We're then going to take the next 2, which is Thor and Captain America, and that means the last 3 are Black Panther, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. Just so you're aware, this is how popular, I guess, a comic is, or how collectible a comic is, based on a hero. So if we get more Hulk comics, we'll get points along the top. So you can see 12 comics is worth 48 points, whereas for the middle tier is worth 40, for the bottom tier is worth 32. So the more comics we get of a hero higher on the track, the more points it's worth. This track here is about collections of comics. If we manage to get 3 collections of comics, we'll get 5 points. 4 collections of comics, we'll get 10 points. A collection of comics for this has to have 2 comics in it at least. We've got the next track, which is this one here, which is our secret stash, it's classed as, but ultimately that is our currency. During the game, we'll spend some of this, and these will lead down this tracker. And then lastly, we've got highlights. So again, we've got some random tokens. We need to choose 3 at random. The first one is a first appearance. The next one is a number 1. So this is a first edition. And the last one is a versus. So the other 2, which is New Gear and Special Edition, will go back into the box. Let's just do that now so I don't lose these, because I'm liable to. There we go. We'll get those back in there. And then we've got our scoring pad. I'll move this out of the way, but this is all of the things we're going to get scored on, essentially everything that I've just gone through. So we'll do that towards the end. Really what we're trying to do is build our comic collections. We're trying to score highlights, so each card will have a highlight or more than one highlight on it, a hero on it, the cost of the card, the name of the edition, and the art. So this is the Amazing Spider-Man version 2, number 38 from 2002. And I have to say I do like this because it's got the actual artwork on and everything else. It's pretty nice. Right, let's just give these a shuffle, and we will go into it. We're going to go to various different locations. So you can see here we've got the schedule. We start at the store, then the flea market, then the convention. And we're going to work our way down this. As we do, we'll be drafting cards through different mechanisms. And at the end of 3 of these locations, we'll assemble our collection. Just one thing, we're playing Jarvis, who's the AI. He's pretty good at this game. And as we go, Jarvis is going to be putting comics into his collection. He doesn't have to pay for them. We do. When we get to the assembled collection, I'll talk about what that means. But first things first, we're going to the store. Now the store is lowest tier cards, really. You know, they've got the most frequent and newest comics in. They don't have any of the historical stuff. So we're going to turn over 3 of these cards. So we've got a Hulk comic, not a Hulk Hogan comic. We've got a Black Panther and a Spider-Man comic. And you can see here, this has got a versus, this has got a number 1, this has got a special edition. So ultimately, this one is probably worth the least to us. It's not a highlight that we're trying to collect, and Spider-Man is the lowest tier. So we're going to give this one to Jarvis. We're going to pick up Black Panther, which is also the lowest tier. But we're also going to pick this one up, which could be a Hulk or a Spider-Man, or a Doctor Strange comic, and it has a versus. So is what we're looking for. This is the Incredible Hulk's version 1, number 619. Okay, looks like he's fighting Doctor Strange. So we pick these 2 up. These go into our hand. However, Jarvis picks this one up, and this goes over here into his collection. Now what we would do is we would score any highlights, but since we're not collecting special editions, he doesn't get any. But he does have 1 Spider-Man comic in his collection. So we can do the same thing again. Let's turn 3 of these over. and see what we get. So we've got a Black Panther, we've got a Doctor Strange, and we've got a Captain America. So Captain America is a versus, Doctor Strange is a number 1, Black Panther in this instance is a new gear, and we don't really need that. So I think we can give that over here, and we'll pick these 2 up, put them in our hand. Again, we will not add them to our collection until we assemble our collection. But new gear, not one of the highlights we're tracking. Jarvis doesn't score any points on that one just yet. Next, we go to the flea market. So this is tier 2 cards. You can always track the level of cards you're using based on the little icons here. So level 2 cards, and this one's slightly different. So we lay out we can flip these over. We lay out 1, 2, 3 cards in a row. And now I'm going to turn over a card and decide where to put it. Top row will only have 2 cards in, middle row has 3, bottom row has 4. When we do that, Jarvis is always going to aim to pick up the most cards, but we get to choose first. So we're going to turn over this card. It's Doctor Strange, and we have to decide which row to put this in. Now, I might be heading for this Hulk comic at the bottom here. It's worth the most points. It's a versus. Doctor Strange is in the middle here, at the bottom here. So potentially we could put this in this row. If we take this bottom row and give this one to Jarvis, he's not going to get the highest tier comic. Let's turn over the next one. The next one is Spider-Man. So what's going to happen is Jarvis is going to look at where the heroes are on the tracker, and he's going to put that comic at the bottom here. So 2 Spider-Man comics at the bottom. However, this one is a Spider-Man and Hulk. We turn over the next one. The next one is Doctor Strange. I don't really want to give him 2 Doctor Strange comics, but they are at the bottom, and they also are both highlight comics. So, special edition comics, so they don't go into that collection, but we are giving him 2 cards into that comic collection. The next one is Spider-Man. It's going to go down here. We turn over the next one, and it's Hulk. We're going to put that at the bottom here, and then the next one is another Spider-Man. I promise I did shuffle these, but that goes at the top because it's the only space available. We are going to take these at the bottom. We've got Hulk, we've got Spider-Man. They're all worth highlights that we want. Perfect for us. So we're going to pick these up and put these here. And Jarvis is always going to take the next highest number. That's these 3. So we can put these in his collection. There is a Thor comic, and it is a versus, so he does get 1 point for that. Then he's going to take a Doctor Strange. I'll put these out here because there's a bit of glare. Do apologise for that. And this one here. Now these are both special editions. He doesn't have any, so they're not going anywhere. And then these 2 go in the convention deck, and that is where we're heading next. So we'll pick these up and we'll give these a shuffle. Now the conventions, they're probably the most interesting of all. Because you have to think about it, and I'm not very good at it. So what we're going to do is deal out 5 cards in a row. There we go. And then deal out 5 cards, in a column. I don't know why I find columns and rows so confusing. Wouldn't think I use spreadsheets all day. All right, and then 5 up this side. And then 5 along the top. And then, lastly, we place 1 smack bang in the middle there. This is the convention deck. We'll put this back over here. And now the way this works is we can move any one of these cards around in this grid. And then, let's assume this has got a Black Panther, a Spider-Man, and 4. That's probably not a great one to choose. We can see this one's got a Hulk and a Spider-Man. Let's assume I move this Hulk one down here. I could then say this row and Hulk, and I'll be able to pick up these 2 comics. After we've done that, we then do exactly the same thing, but we get to discard comics back into the convention deck, which means Jarvis does not get to have them. Jarvis will get everything that's left. So we need to have a think about this. We need to think about where we're moving cards. I'm just going to lay out my collection so we can see what we've got here. We've got 3 Hulks, we've got 2 Spider-Man, we've got 1 Black Panther, 1 Doctor Strange, and 1 Captain America. I would really like to get the Hulk collection going. But I think we're going to leave him a lot if we focus on trying to get the Hulk collection going. Here's what we could do though. We could, this one down here is worth all three of them. We could choose where it goes. There's a lot of Hulk comics here. The problem is I'm focused on this top line, whereas maybe I should be focused on a different line. The other thing we should be looking at is the highlights. This is a new look, so it's only 1 cost, but it's not what we want. I really, this game, want to try and get to 12 comics for Hulk. Okay, what if I move this one? What if I move this one here and said Hulk, and we'll pick up these 3? Okay, they're going into our hand. Then what? Don't really want to leave him with too many Thors or Captain Americas. However, if I put 4 up here, I'm going to get rid of that Hulk comic as well. I don't know if that's the worst thing. I'm really focused on trying to get 12 Hulk comics. The problem is also I don't think we can necessarily all get them all in the first turn, because we're going to have to use cards for currency, which isn't ideal. So I need to get rid of some. So I'm going to bring this one down here. Am I going to do this? Yeah, and I'm going to say Thor, and I'm going to get rid of all 3 of these. Then I'm going to bring this one down here. Whoop, and I'm going to say Hulk, and I'm going to pick up all 3 of these. Put these in my hand. And now, how do I get rid of the most comics here? I move this one over and I say Spider-Man. I move this one down and I say Spider-Man, and I get rid of these 3 because they're the ones that he'll score most for. Right, let's help his collection along then. So he's got another Spider-Man with a diamond. We don't need to worry about it. He's got another Black Panther with a diamond. We don't need to worry too much about it. He's got another Thor. This one has a first on. Oh, we should be using him as the white markers just because it's easier for my tiny little brain to work. Then we've got another Spider-Man with a new gear, and we've got another Thor with a new gear. But you can see his collection is coming along pretty well, and ours is not. But we're about to start adding to it, our collection. So we're going to lay these cards out as best we can. I picked up a lot of Hulk comics. I don't know whether that was wise or not. Okay. So the way this works is each one of these cards, green borders are worth 1, blue borders are worth 2, red borders are worth 3. So that is our currency. So let's say we wanted to buy this Hulk number 3 comic, we would have to get rid of potentially 3 cards worth 1, a 2 and a 1, a 3. So if we were to add up all of our Hulk comics, it is very expensive. So let's assume we were buying the cheapest ones we can to begin with. So all 3 of these, because although I want the highlights, I really want to try and get to 48 points. So let's assume we're buying these 3. Now, Thor and Captain America are worth the next less. So let's assume we were throwing out this one. Hold on, this one is worth 2. And this one is a diamond that we don't need. So we could put, hold on, let's put this one here. This one, right? So we could buy these 3 and get rid of these 2 cards. Next, we've got these 3 verses, which are all worth in total 6 points. So we could take, do we want to keep these Spider-Man comics? I don't know if we do. Let's put these here. They are, interestingly, they are things that we want, but we could put this one here. I know it's another Hulk comic, but that means we've got 246, 246. So we're adding 6 comics to our Hulk collection. That's a huge start to get towards 12. We can hold on to 2 cards in our hand, but we could also straight up buy this one. And then this one we'll keep in our hand. I think, without overthinking it, that's what I'm going to do. Let's put you there, let's put you there, and let's bring you down here and start our collection. So we have one Hulk which has a number 1 and a versus on it. We are off and running. We have another one which has the new gear. That doesn't mean anything to us. We have another versus, so we're ahead on this tray. We have a Captain America which has another versus, so we're ahead even further. This one is just in our hand. We have another versus, and another versus. Not a bad turn to begin with. We've got this one in our hand. I'll just tuck this over here, but we can just tidy up this deck and give it a shuffle. And that's us assembling our collection. We're going back to the store. Let's hope we get some more Hulk comics coming out. That's really what we want. And this one that's in our hand is important because it is a versus one as well. Okay, let's tuck this back up here. We're going back to the store, so we get these level 1 cards again. Let's give these a shuffle. And the same thing as before. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's a lot of Thor comics coming out. And I think we'll take them and we'll give him Doctor Strange. So he takes that straight away, he puts it here, and he goes up on the first track. We take the 2 Thors, we put them in our deck. We move on, we'll go 1, 2, 3. No, not one single Hulk comic. You're having a laugh, aren't you? Okay. What are we going to do with these? So I think we've got 2 Thors down here. Thor is the second highest one. We've got these which are both worth versuses. We're already quite a way ahead on the versus track. I mean, it makes sense to pick this one up, and it probably makes sense to pick this one up so we can try and do something about our 4 collection. However, that does mean we're giving him a Black Panther, which I'll just move these over a little bit. That will go there, and he gets a number 1, so he's on the number 1 track. So just on this track, whoever's at the top gets 15 points, whoever's second gets 8 points. If you tie, you both get 8 points. So that was us at the store. We're going to the auction site. This works slightly differently. So these are tier 3 cards, and we turn these over with 1. I'm just going to check the numbers. I think it's 4 and 3. I think I check this every time I play. Yeah, 4 and 3. You can see that just here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This one should not be in the deck because it's Iron Man and Black Widow. He's like doubly banned from our list. Okay, so there is a Hulk comic there, and then we get 3 down the bottom here. 2 Thor comics. Okay. Now my goal was to get as many Hulk comics as I can. The way this works is whoever buys the top row spends 5 of these points. Whoever buys the bottom row or spends 1 of these points. So I could give him a load of cards, but I'd still be ahead of him on the point track on this trail. These are all worth first. This could be really, but each one of these scores for him. It's a tough one. And he's going to get some Black Panthers. He's already got some Thors. I feel like at this stage I need the currency. So I'm going to pick up these. I feel like I need to have these cards. I don't think I was meant to put this into my hand just yet. I'm going to bypass it for now, but I can't start a collection unless I've got 2 cards, so I shouldn't have scored for this. It shouldn't be in my hand, but I would have done things differently if I'd have spotted it, so I'm going to leave that as is. I am going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to spend 1. He's going to get all 3 of these. The first one is a Spider-Man, which is worth a first. The second one is a Thor. That's worth a first. And the next one is a Thor that's also worth a first. I'm just going to swap these round a little bit. His collection starts to spiral out of control pretty quickly. Okay. Okay. So that was the auction site. We're going to the convention again. I take it you do only do this once. Hold on, let's just check. Create 2 lots, 1 component, 4 comic books, and one with 3. The player chooses one of the 2 lots. You must pay 5 points if you lose. The cards in the remaining lot go to Jarvis, and Jarvis pays for the corresponding value. Yeah. So you just do it once. Okay. Hold on. There was something else there. You must pay 1 point for stash 2. Okay. Well, here we go again, back to the convention. It's a lot of conventions for comics in this town. Right, there's a Hulk comic. We could do with some more in a row or a column. Pretty please. We didn't get any. Oh, there's one, there's another one. There's another one, now we're talking. Okay, I think that was in the middle last time. I might be wrong, but right. Now I'd like to get as many Hulk comics in that area as I can. Now I don't know how I do that, because I've got to move out 2 of these. Interestingly, every single one of these Hulk comics has not got one of the highlights on that I need, or that we need. That is intriguing. Quite tempted to take Spider-Man, because I'll be able to at least have some currency to buy some of the cards I've got. But at most I can get is 2. But it is going to free up that space up there. Well. I find this really difficult. I find my little tiny brain can't quite comprehend. Like, I feel like there's a clear puzzle here and I can't solve it. And I don't know if there is a solution. That's the problem. I don't think there's a great solution to it. I don't really want to just pick up 2 cards. But I feel like everything I'm looking at is leading me to picking up 2 cards, unless I move Hulk up here and we pick up 2 of these. Even then, I'm not sure it's the most useful. It's a shame that none of these are really opposite each other. That's the biggest problem, right? I need them to be opposite each other. The only thing I could do is move Hulk here, collect these 3, but I'm not sure that helps me a massive amount for the next round. Okay, I'm doing it. Hulk comes up here. I'm collecting Hulk from this row. We're taking all 3 of these, putting them there. Okay, then moving this here, and I'm saying Spider-Man. I'm moving this here and saying Spider-Man and getting rid of these 3. Back to the convention deck you go. Okay. Now the most cards I can pick up is 3 with a Black Panther card. And I do need the money, so let's bring this down here and we'll say Black Panther, and I'll take all 3 of these. Now the most I think I can get rid of is either 2 Spider-Men or 2 Thors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 Thor comics and 1, 2, 3, 4 Spider-Men. So Thor is worth 10 points to him. Spider-Man's worth 4 points to him at the moment. I think it makes sense to get rid of the Thor cards. So we'll say Thor, we'll put these over here. That leaves him with an awful lot of cards, but, well, I mean, I think it leaves him with the standard amount, actually. Right, a Spider-Man goes into his collection. It's a Thirst, so he goes up 1 on that one. We have a Black Panther. It's worth a number 1, so he goes up on that track. He gets another Spider-Man, which is a first outfit, so we don't need to worry about that. He gets a Doctor Strange, which is a number 1, so he goes up on that one. He gets another Doctor Strange, which is a new outfit, so he doesn't go up on that one. And then this could be a Thor, an Iron Man, or a or a Hulk. He won't use it as Iron Man, obviously, because there are none. So I guess he's going to use it as Thor. It's a diamond, so we don't need to worry about it. Right, we're on to us scoring our cards. Let's get these into some kind of order. We picked up a lot of Hulk, I will say that, and a lot of Black Panther, interestingly. More Black Panther than I know what to do with. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would be huge. That would get us real close to where we want to be. Now, I didn't pick up any other Captain Americas, there's one here. So that would at least mean my collection is legitimate. How much is this? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. No, I need that one. 12, 13. Right, let's assume I did that. Right, that would pay for that, right? Is that right? I'm too many. 3, 6, 9, 12. I just need a 1 value one, which could be a Thor comic. I'm running away with it on the verses. He's running away with it on the others. So let's assume I wanted all of those. That would be the cost for it, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now the question is, do I want to get rid of all of those Black Panther comics? And I don't know the answer to that. We want to buy this one. So let's assume we got rid of you for... Let's assume we got rid of you for you. And that leaves me 1 out, but I could keep one of those in my hand, or 2 of those in my hand, right? Now this doesn't... Thor is worth the next amount, right? And we want the Captain America one because we get another one, we get 5 points. So let's assume we're doing this. So 3, 6, 9. We've got 3, 6, 9, and then 4 points and 4 points. So let's assume we're buying those. Okay, that leaves us with just these. Now, ideally, I want to buy this Captain America one just to make my thing legitimate. So let's assume we were also buying this Thor comic and this Thor comic, and I could just spend all of them. I lose 1 point, but I don't have to. I could keep that one in my hand and that one in my hand and just buy these 2. Maybe that's the way. Okay, let's do that. So we buy those 2. We put you down here and we keep these 2 in my hand. Is that right? I think that's right. And we put all of you up here. Okay, so you 2 go down here and we then dish out our comics. Let's do the Captain America one first. It's a versus, so we get another point. Then we get a Thor comic, which I can't do anything with. Oh, I've messed it up again. Okay, look, we've started doing this wrong. I'm going to continue doing this wrong. This is on me, but I'm going to start a collection with one. If Jarvis is allowed to do it, I'm allowed to do it, right? So we get 1 point for that. Then we get another Hulk. So I'm going to move these down. We get another Hulk, which is worth a new look. We don't have it. Another Hulk, which is a new look. We don't have it. Another Hulk, which is a diamond. We don't have it. Another Hulk, which is a first, our first. And then another Hulk, which is our second first. Okay, I think I have made a mess of that. This isn't a legal move, but this is what we're doing. Since we messed it up once, we're going to continue to mess it up. Right, we are going to the flea market, the last set of cards we're going to go pick up. Right. 1, 2, 3. We have a Captain America, a Thor, and a Black Panther. I really want to get 2 Thors and 1 Black Panther. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So ultimately I need 1 Thor, 1 Black Panther, 1 Captain America, and 1 Hulk, 2 Thors, 1 Captain America. So we've got another Hulk. I'm putting you in the middle row. We then have a Captain America. You go in the middle row. Okay. Next up, we have a Captain America. I get to choose where he's going. I'm going to put him at the top here, I think. Next one is a Spider-Man. That goes at the bottom. The next one is a Black Panther. That goes at the bottom. And the next one is a Captain America, which, guess what? That's right, goes at the bottom. We're buying these ones in the middle. It's going to cost us 1 point. So they can go in our hand. And Jarvis, so I go down 1. And Jarvis is going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he is picking up all 4 of these. Let's add these to his collection. There is 1 for his Captain America with a diamond. He doesn't need it. Or he doesn't get anything. We've got a Versus, so he goes up on the Versus track. We've got a number 1, so he continues to go up on the number 1 track. And he's got another Spider-Man, which is a Versus. These Captain Americas go here. We're going to the auction site. Oh, hold on, I did that wrong. Did I do that wrong? Yeah, that wasn't the auction, right? These don't account to anything, so you'd be back up here and I'd be back here. Sorry, that's my fault. Now we're going to the auction site, which is level 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, and 3. Okay. This is a tough one. So I said I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need 1 Hulk comic, which I do have. Okay, I'm just going to tuck these out of the way down here. I need 2 Thor comics, which I do have. I need 1 Captain America comic, which I do have. But I need a way to pay for them. Now, I don't really want to let him keep getting Thor comics, but I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's already on 6. So giving another one this round won't matter too much. Doctor Strange, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's already on 5, so it's irrelevant. Captain America will give him 3, which means another collection. But I think I can take these ones, and he can take these ones. Okay, so this, I was right, but we just did it in the wrong order. So we come back down here. Doctor Strange, diamond, nothing for it. Captain America, new look, nothing for it. Captain America Versus, he does go up on that track. And Thor, with a Versus, he does go up on that track. We've got all of our cards down here. We're going back to the convention. I'm just going to give these the best shuffle I know how, which is this horrendous way. Okay, and then we'll shuffle them. Okay, last time at the convention we have Spider-Man. We have 2 Spider-Men. We have a Thor, we have another Spider-Man, and a Black Panther. Another Black Panther, a Hulk, another Captain America, and a Spider-Man. If it's that same Spider-Man comic in the middle, I'm going to go mad. Right. It's not. It's Black Panther. Right. Okay. So let's have a think about what we're doing. If we could get some Doctor Strange comics or something, that would be quite nice, but I don't think we can. We really want to be picking up the cheapest comics we can pick up. Now, there isn't really a good way of doing that, I don't think, because they're all quite expensive. Okay. He's already got a pretty big collection. So there's 2 Spider-Men in every... Oh, there's 3 Spider-Men in this side. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move you up to here. And I'm going to say Spider-Man, and I'm going to collect you, you, and you. Okay, then I'm going to move you up here, and I'm going to say Black Panther, and we're going to get rid of all of these. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to move you up here, and I'm going to say Thor. And I'm going to pick up this one, and this one. And then I'm going to move you down here, and I'm going to say Spider-Man, and I'm going to pick you up, and you up, and put you over here. And we're only giving him 4 cards, which I think is probably more or less the best we can do. He gets a Hulk comic. Is that his first Hulk? Oh no, there is another one over here. This is worth a number 1 and a first, though, so that was a bit of a shame. So he goes up on this one and on this one. Right, Captain America. He gets another number 1. Oh, God. Black Panther. He gets a Versus. He's catching up on that as well. Thankfully, he's not getting there. And another Captain America. He gets another number 1. He's winning both of those tracks. Okay. I think we might have blown it again, boys. Right, let's just get these down here. Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Spider-Man, Thor, and then anyone we want it to be. Okay. So let's have a think about this. We know we need 1 Captain America, so that's going to cost us 2, so we'll use that to get this one, right? We know we need 2 Thors, so I feel like what tracks are we winning? We've won on the Versus, so these are all Versus. Oh. So we definitely need 2 of these to get us on that collection track, right? So let's assume we're taking the cheapest, right? That's those 2. Which means I could pay this one for those 2. Again, it builds up the Versus. I'd really like to be scoring on these other ones to close the gap, but I don't think I can. Okay. We need to buy the Hulk, which is worth 2. So let's assume we're putting you there. Okay. Now, we could buy 3 Spider-Men. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's have a think about how far away are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So even with that, we can't get to touching distance. What about the number 1s? 1, 2. So either way, we can't get to the touching distances. What we could do, and it's not going to make any difference, is swap this for these 2, and then I get another Thor comic, but it's not going to make any odds. I mean, we may as well put you here, and put you here, because then we're getting 2 comics for that. But it's not going to make any difference. So that one's paying for that. This is 4, this is 3, this is 3, this is 2. Oh, so I could buy this one as well. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So is that fair? That's 3, 3. That's 3. That's 2, 2. So we can get rid of you. We can get rid of you. We can get rid of you. And we can get rid of you. Oh, hold on. Am I buying? That's the wrong way around, right? That one was for that one. So you go there. We're buying you. Okay. So let's build up our collection. Captain America. Nothing scoring on it. 3 Spider-Men. I'll put these over here. 3 Spider-Man, we can put these up here. 3 Spider-Men, which gives us a Thirst, another First, and a Versus. We then have 2 Thors, which is a Versus, and then a First outfit. We get another Hulk, which is a First outfit, and then we get another Thor, which is a Versus. Okay. Well, everybody, we've got to do some scoring. Let's start with the bottom. So we'll go first. Us versus Jarvis. Let's do these tracks. So he gets 15, 15, and 8. And I get 8, and 8, and 15. Okay. Next up, we'll do the collection size. So let's start with him. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Doctor Strange. So he's on that middle one. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Black Panthers. So he's again on that middle one. And then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Spider-Man. Oh no. Okay, Captain America, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god, this is bad news. Thors, he has a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's on that middle track again. And then Hulks, he's got 1. Okay. So let's try and add this up. He gets 20 points for these 2 and 8, 16, 24. So 44 points. Is that right? 20 points for those 2 and then 8, 16, 24. 44 points. You know what? That's not as bad as we've had previously. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 collections. That's another 15 points. And then the secret stash is 9 and 9 for both of us. Okay. I don't think we've won this one, boys, but should we add this up as best we can? So 42, 52, 62, 72, 80, 88, 97, 102, I think. Going to write it in small numbers. I will check this again because my maths isn't great. But I think he's got 102. Let's go on the assumption he's got 102. Let's move these all back over here. And we'll do our collections. Okay. So for our Hulk, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 48 points. Then we've got Captain America is equal to 3. So another 5 points. And Thor is equal to 4 as well, so another 5 points. So we get 58. It's the first time we've ever outscored him on that top one. 58 points. Okay, then our collection variety is 1, 2, 3, which is worth 5 points. Okay, so 58, 66, 74, 79, 88, 98, 101, I think. Oh no, if this is correct, we've lost by 1 point. Okay, let me get my calculator out. Let's just do the math with the calculator because I'm an idiot. So I'm probably way off on all of these, but let's just do this. So 42 plus 15 plus 9 plus 15 plus 15 plus 8. 104 for him. I was close. Just 2 out. And then for me, 58 plus 5 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8 plus 15. 103 for me. I think he's won by 1 point. Oh man, I think I've lost by 1 point. Right, let's just do some sums. Let's just make sure we've totaled these up correctly. I'm sure we have. He's got loads of these, so not worth anything. Not worth anything. A versus. We'll do these. If I just go through all of these, I can put these in where they count for stuff. And then we can just add up the number, right? That's probably the easiest way. I think in the last game I like double counted these, so we'll just be belt and braces about it. I feel like I like this game, but I feel like it's just a little bit too much for my tiny little brain to deal with at times. You go there, you go there. Feels like we did well getting him not to get all of these options, but he still destroyed us on these. Because all of these apparently he doesn't score for, right? A versus, a first, that one, another first, that goes there, another versus, and then finally this one's worth 1 of each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, plus this one is 7. He's on 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, plus this one is 7. He's on 7. Oh, I think we got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, and that's it. So he should be here. Okay, so let's count ours up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 verses. So I think I've given myself 1 extra. Oh no, 10 verses. And then first, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, 4, and then number one's 1, 2. I think that's it. You know, I'm just going to recount these as well, just to be 100% sure, in case I missed up the counting. So we have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? That can only be worth 48 points. And then we got 1, 2, 3 Spider-Man. Oh, hold on, did I not do the Spider-Man? We might have won. Hold on. 1, 2, 3 Thors, and 3, 4 Spider-Men, and 1, 2, 3, 4 Captain Americas, which are both in here. Sorry, 4s. So they're both in here. I think we might. Hold on, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do this again. So we get 48 points. I think I might have missed Spider-Man the first time round. 48 plus 5 and 5 plus 10 plus 4. 62 points. I think that may make all the difference. Okay, and then let's do his, because I just want to be 100% sure this could be our greatest victory ever. I don't know why I try and add it up manually. I may as well just do it the right way. Right, let's put that in the Thor collection. I'm going to have to go through these. Right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a cut in here. I'm going to go through and just do all of the maths again, but we might have won. After all that, we may well have won. Let me come back to you with the official scores. Okay, we are back. We have a grand total. And I was well off. I was well off with my calculations, but we got 62 points for our collection size. He got 51 points. We got 5 points for our variety size. I'm just going to add this up once again as we go. So 62 plus 5 for the variety, plus 9 for the secret stash, plus 8 for the first and second insight, plus 15 for the third insight gives us 107. He got 51 points, which we got calculated wrong. I think I missed out Doctor Strange. Plus 15 points, plus 9 points, plus 15 points, plus 15 points plus 8 points equals 113 to 107. I think it's the closest we've ever been, but he still kicked our ass. Often it comes down to this collection size. If you can limit him to under 3 comics of some of the heroes, you're going to be in a good place. But he absolutely wiped the floor with us. Again, going through all of the Hulk comics just meant that we ended up with a lot that don't fit our highlights, which then meant we didn't keep up with him on the highlights track, and that's 30 points. Interestingly, if we'd have had these two and he'd have had 2 of the 5s, we'd have probably won. If we'd have given him the bigger stacks, but then he'd have had more points up here. Look, this is Comic Hunters. I apologise for my lack of math skills. You can see my terrible scribbles on this piece of paper. I had to use all 4 of the tracks just to total it up correctly. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button, do all of those things, share the video. All really helps. A lot of fun, this game. It's one that I haven't actually played multiplayer, but I think I will get to the table with some friends sometime soon. Check out the rest of the channel if you want to see any other new videos. We've got lots coming. We've got lots to get on with. Final Girl, Hostage Negotiator are 2 that I want to play and haven't got round to. We got the Final Girl Season 3 box fairly recently. The unboxing of that is on Patreon. We got Dragon Eclipse coming. There's lots coming up on the channel, so it's really worth hitting the subscribe button. Again, apologies for the maths. Really appreciate you sticking around. Thank you so much. See you soon.